Welcome to this class titled, Why Do Deity Worship? Krishna is not separate from the deity. The deity is Krishna himself. The purpose of deity worship is initially to use our senses, mind and our intelligence in the service of Krishna, and then gradually our senses, our mind and our intelligence will become purified. As we serve the deity, our attachment for Krishna will grow. Lord Chaitanya instructed Sanatana Goswami to write Hari Bhakti Vilasa, which includes 64 items of devotional service. And deity worship is mentioned in quite a number of these 64 items, including one should accept flowers and garlands that have been offered to the deity. One must taste Mahaprasad, food offered to the deities. One must smell the incense and flowers offered to the deities. And one should do whatever is done with great care and devotion for the deity. Sometimes, though, devotees read the 64 items and are overwhelmed thinking, I can't do this. But of these 64 items, the Vaishnavas direct us that there are 5 primary items. Sadhu Sangha, association with the Vaishnavas. Chanting the holy names at all times. Hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Residing in a holy place. And this doesn't mean that we have to go and live in the holy places in India or wherever. It can also mean that your home, your place of residence, should become a holy place. And then, even more refined, the closest residence is your heart, that your heart becomes a holy place. And the 5th one is deity worship. Some years ago, a student of my spiritual master, Jagat Guru, spoke to him of how overwhelmed they were when they read those 64 items in the Nectar of Devotion. My spiritual master replied at length and concluded by saying, if someone is overwhelmed with anxiety and confusion with deity worship, then they can simply chant and hear Krishna's names. That will be sufficient. However, it is the spiritual master's duty to gradually raise his disciples to the platform where they can be worshipping the deity, worshipping Krishna without such anxieties. Lord Chaitanya sent his associates to Vrindavan 500 years ago to revive Bhakti Yoga, and deity worship was an important part of this revival, with memorable pastimes in Vrindavan such as Madan Mohan with Sanatana Goswami and Radha Raman with Gopala Bhatta Goswami. Lord Chaitanya himself remained in Jagannath Puri for 18 years and visited Lord Jagannath every morning. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Anchalila, it says, in the daytime, Sri Chaitanya engaged in dancing and chanting and seeing the temple deity of Jagannath. The example of deity worship is there throughout our disciplic succession and is encouraged by the great Vaishnavas. Home deity worship can be summarized with 3 things. These 3 aspects, cleanliness, consistency, and not allowing yourself to be so disturbed either by the modes or by your mind or by your body, these are very beneficial for our growth on our journey of sadhana bhakti. You may wake up one morning to do your morning duties for Krishna, but your mind or your body is disturbing you. trying to interrupt what you have to do for Krishna, but you have to learn to control the mind and redirect it into service for Krishna. Redirect it into preparing Krishna's breakfast, picking the flowers for Krishna. So you're redirecting your senses and not allowing them to disturb you away from Krishna. And if you are careful and you are persistent in your practices, you will eventually taste deepening and deepening love for Krishna. Namaste.